sorry. It always fucking happens, and it's like, I hate streaming. Like, I actually do. Anyway, so I wanted to clarify a few things, like, before, because I feel like I left some people out, and that's not really fair, because a lot of people have made me who I am as a person. And again, like, when I say these names, like, I don't mean to be, like, disrespectful or, like, orbiting or whatever. It's like, these people genuinely kind of have, like, shaped me in some way as a musician, as a person. So, I don't have a list for this. I'm sorry if I forget you, but, like, I don't intend to, and I know it kind of comes off that way, but, like, I'm doing my best. I'm, like, in a fucking forest recording this, like... Okay, so, first things first, before we get to, like, the shout-outs, I want to clear something up, because I forgot, and everybody wants to know about it all the time. So, the song Last Night, by Nazca, it's a very old archived song, and it's very silly to finally be at the point where I have to, like, talk about this with people. It's like, almost awkward, because it's just some shit I made when I was, like, 17, or however old, like 19, and I'm 24. Stop calling me 35, I'm fucking 24. So, that song, I had noticed it was, sorry, I'm hearing myself and it's, like, kind of fucking me up. I had noticed that song was, I got an idea. Okay, awesome. So, when I made that song, which is technically, like, it was meant to be a cover, and when I uploaded it, it had, like, I had maybe, like, 30 followers, like, tops, and I didn't really understand how, like, a lot of things worked, especially, like, in music. I remember, like, just, because, again, like, as I was saying in the earlier one, like, and also, like, why do I wish I just had IG Live sometimes. Like, all this shit is, like, so annoying that I have to, like, pull out a fucking laptop. So, when I made this song, I listened to the original, and being me, I get very, like, fixated on, like, when I really like a song, I get super fixated on it, and it's like I almost, like, study it, and it's very annoying, because, like, this overanalyzing affects, like, pretty much everything, but, I guess it's what makes me as an artist, and as a person. So, when I wrote this song, I really liked it, and I really liked the production, and, the thing that always really bothered me about that song, like, what inspired me to make it was, like, the 808 specifically was, like, very, like, I don't know the word for it, like, undermixed or understaged or whatever, and I know it was probably, like, somewhat on purpose, and, like, looking back on it, it's like, it kind of sounds, like, better like that in a lot of ways, like, because it sounds more niche, like, it sounds, like, it literally sounds true to the vibe, and so I was like, I really like this, but, like, I wonder, like, what it would sound like if I did it, which is, like, a lot of the reason why I get into shit. But, anyway, so, I made the beat, which is, like, not a direct copy, but, there's definitely, like, if you listen to the two, there's, like, uncanny similarity. I tried to make it different, because I was just kind of having fun with it. Like, I was like, whatever, this is cool. I didn't think it would actually go anywhere. And the reason why I did it is just because it was, like, off streaming. It was literally, like, at the time it was only on, like, YouTube, and it was old as shit, and I was like, well, whatever. Like, so, I made the beat, and it was a lot of fun. Like, the thing, like, I actually still really like that beat, to this day. The thing that always ruins it for me is like my own vocals and my lyrics. Like I guess some of the lyrics are kind of catchy, but like if you know, you know. It's just a song that like I look like at, and it makes me like kind of cringe in a lot of ways, and it makes a lot of people cringe, but it's also like, you know, like some people like genuinely like that song, and I'm like, okay, well, like that's on you, I guess. But yeah, like it's a cool song, but like it's a cover. It was meant to be a cover, and I was actually gonna put that in the description, but I just never thought like anybody would even notice, like, which is like, I don't know. It's humbling, but at the same time, it's like, damn, like I just like can't believe like a lot of shit in my life actually just like kind of came from that song, which wasn't even really my song. I'm not gonna give you like a whole lyrical breakdown, but essentially like the song is mostly just me talking about just like, I think what the inspiration was is like I was listening to like Ice Dancer at the time, and I was like, oh cool, and then fucking, I don't know, it was just inspired by like some like stupid shit me and Vern were doing at the time, like just fucking around, like, you know, like basically being teenagers, and so no, like I hadn't done ecstasy. It just kind of like ended up like that, and I didn't mean to like copy anyone. It was just one of those things where I was like, oh, this sounds cool, like who cares, like, yeah, it literally didn't matter. I'm trying to think of like the lyrics. I don't know, like it was really just like something I enjoyed, and I kind of just wanted to like see what it would sound like if I did it. And I guess that's how it sounds. But yeah, this was definitely like not a song. Like I guess it's one of like the songs that like aged better. But it's also like not really my song. So like take that as you will. I'm trying to think of what else I really want to like say about this song. Yeah, the production is sick. I actually had no idea that you produced it. I was like, I don't know, that's kind of insane. But it definitely like really changed like a lot of how I approach writing melodies specifically. It like writing. I remember like when I was writing it, I was playing like, I was literally like so fucking like cooked off like stimulants. Like I was like playing a video game, and then like I would like, whenever like shit would happen, I would like tab out and like keep making it. It was like the most fucking like stupid shit. But anyway, so like yeah, I was just like, okay, well like what if I took like the elements of this song and like tried to mix it better, and kind of like pick sounds that I liked, and that's what came of it. Oh, the samples. Yeah, the samples are all like kind of corny, but it's what makes like the fucking the vibe. I don't know. Like if like, to be completely honest with you, like if I went back and changed it, it wouldn't be the same song. But at the same time, like I wish I took out some of the samples, just because it's like, I don't know. But at the same time, it's also just like, hey, like I was just being like a kid, pretty much. Like I was just fucking around on my computer, and yeah, that's how that song came to be. I'm I'm trying to think of what else about it. Yeah, so it really changed like a lot of how I wrote melodies specifically, because it was just I think it was like, so if you don't know, like, I don't intend to go on forever, by the way, I'm sorry, I just talk a lot. So it was using a sound that I wasn't entirely comfortable with. I was still like so new to production, relatively speaking, that I was like, wow, I was almost like amazed. I was like, wow, like you can just like do this with like a saw and like some reverb and shit. Like, that's cool. And it sounded really cool. And I don't know why. I just, to me, that kind of production, like I don't. It's a little like, to be honest with you, like, it's a little annoying, like labeling yourself as like a specific genre of artist. It's like I make trap beats, or like I make ambient beats, or like whatever. It's like, no, like you make like the beats that not only inspire you but also what comes out of you in a sense, like literally just that's like, like to me, like, I'm pretty sure to like 99% of people outside of like, I've seen some crazy ass shit where people will write like a thesis before going into it, and I'm just like kind of amazed. It's like, that's a lot of planning, and I never even thought about that, but that's cool. But I know like a lot of people kind of just like get on the DAW and like kind of go as if it's like a drawing, like a pencil and paper in a certain sense. But anyways, so as I was like making it and kind of figuring out, it was almost like a reverse engineering project to me. Like when I made it, I think I told myself, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna post this, and then it came out like I was pretty happy with it. I was like, like, I like it, like, yeah, sure, I'll post it, like, and it didn't like blow up or anything, like relatively, but I think it's just kind of like funny that people talk about it, like, even to this day. Like, even in real life, like, I'll hear people talk about it sometimes. It's like, wow, you should go listen to the original. Yeah, the vocal performance, like, compared to the original, like, it doesn't even compare, but at the same time, like, that's kind of the point. I don't know. The lyrics, like, I tried to say this in the early stream, but the audio, they're not really, like, based on anything specific. I have a pretty hard time writing lyrics, which, I guess I'll talk about in a second. But, a lot of it was just based off, like, fucking around, with Verm and, like, doing nothing, just kind of being kids, like, thinking, like, clothing and shit was, like, the coolest shit ever, and they're in some aspect, like, it really is, but, like, it was more of, like, a very, like, unnuanced and, kind of like a very basic, like, interpretation of fashion and, like, living the life and, like, all these things. It was literally like clone carbon copy type thing. And it speaks like a little bit about addiction, and I guess it kind of foreshadows into like a lot of my later music. But I'm not like necessarily like completely proud of that song, but like in a certain sense, it's like, it's just kind of me. Like, I don't know, like, I thought it was a really good song, and I wanted to like interpret it, and I guess, like, in a certain sense, it led me to discovering, like, a lot of different artists, like, in that vein. Again, like, I don't want to, like, turn this into, like, promo, because, like, sometimes just, like, naming people off is, like, it's a lot, and, it's also just, like, it can be interpreted as, like, disrespect, which kind of sucks. But, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. It took me maybe, like, an hour or two to make. It was fun. It was fun to work on, to be honest. I enjoyed it. So anyways, like, back to what I really, like, should be talking about. So I think we all know, like, it's not a secret, like, a lot of artists, like, make us who we are as people. But I shout out Spaz, like, in particular, just because, like, for a lot of people who don't know, it's a long-ass story, but, they were kind of, like, there for me before I didn't even know, like, way before, like, most people were, like, and so that's why, like, I give it, you know, like, its own little thing. But there are a lot of artists that have, made me, like, who I am. And so, again, I don't have a list, so, excuse me. I don't have a list, so I'm just gonna, like, say some names and, like, hopefully shit works out. I don't know, it's the effort, you know what I mean? So, I want to say, like, shout out Step Team. Y'all are doing some crazy ass shit. Keep going. And, like, y'all believed in me when a lot of people didn't. And I don't know, like, there's a lot of shit, like, people in our little, like, circle, our community on SoundCloud, like, they don't have to do a lot of things. But sometimes, like, at the end of the day, it's like, we all just like making music, and, like, we all have our reasons, but, like, I think what's really beautiful about what goes on here is, like, we all just, like, enjoy, like, at the end of the day, like, whenever we get in an argument or something, like, sometimes it's just like, yeah, but we both just like music. Like, we both like creating. We both like, I don't know, like, expressing ourselves in different ways. So I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, shout out Step Team. Shout out Shed Theory. I'm not trying to buy a feature off you, bro. Shout out Surf Gang. I don't want to buy a fucking feature. Shout out, shout out Mixed Matches. Your vocals, like, your music, like, has inspired me a lot. Even ever since I was a teenager. And again, I don't mean to, like, glaze people. It's just, like, that's how I feel about it. Who are some other artists? A lot of people think it was, that guy, but it was actually SB1 that got me into a lot of, like, things. So I just want to clarify that. Who are, like, some other people? Shout out Saudi Group. We're not always, like, cool, and we don't always, like, click, and probably won't in a lot of ways, and that's fine too. But even outside of music, they've done some things for me that they really didn't have to. And I'll always, like, kind of, especially, like, when we were all just, like, on Twitter talking about nothing. Yeah, we all have our arguments, but, like, at the end of the day, like, these people are who make you who you are. Who are some other people that I can think of that made me the way I am musically? At least, like, in our circle. Oh yeah, I wanna shout out Clay 10 specifically from 1C. Clay 10's like, it always feels like Clay 10's in the background, like for real, and like he kind of needs some shine. Like Clay 10 is like caring, and he's also just been like really kind to me. Like not even as a musician, he's just like kind of funny, and like I don't know, he's got like some shit going on. But people like, I don't know, people don't give him the respect, and like they really should. Clay 10 is cool. Who are some other people? And the reason I shout out like Zav is because literally like if anyone like has the chance of like low key just really popping off and making it like pretty far, I think Xavier Sophie's probably could. That's not like to glaze. Like I actually just think he genuinely could go pretty far. That guy's really talented. Who are some other people that I really like and have shaped me? I really want to give like I've thought about this, and SoundCloud was, don't do this, SoundCloud, it's so fucking annoying. And I don't want to like mention like exactly, but I'll talk a little about it. So like, shout out Busy, I love Busy. He's like, even outside of music, like he's always been like really kind. And he wasn't exactly like a day one for me, but just because I was like, I've been making music for so long. But he's like usually like pretty much always been there for me. And how like a lot of the drums I use are from him. Yeah, shout out Busy. He deserves like more love than he gets. And he's really talented. And I don't know, like he's genuinely just been like a pretty good friend to me. And he's very chill. Shout out Busy. He is like, he's kind of like family to me, to be honest with you. He's like I don't know. I'll always be interested in what Busy does, to be honest. And there's a lot of tracks like, and again, like this is that shit that like that font, like fuck you. Like I understand like it's respect, but it's also like a diss and like all these things, but it's like you banned Busy. You almost made him quit. Like I had to stop him from quitting, okay? Like don't ban Busy. Don't touch Busy like that. But I also appreciate what you do for us, SoundCloud. Just like chill out and like focus on the things that benefit all of us like a little bit more. I think that's why a lot of people I guess like graduate, so to speak, off SoundCloud. It's like it's the natural like progression of the industry in a sense, but it's also like people treat SoundCloud like a joke sometimes, because in some way SoundCloud kind of can be like a joke. Like it literally sometimes is like, it really does try to like pose itself a little bit too much into the culture sometimes, because it's like, I think like all of us like can really collectively say like in some aspect, I don't think everybody will agree, but I think SoundCloud like does a lot, especially for their more niche communities. They make it pretty relatively easy to, and again, like I don't want to make a fucking ad for you, but well, unless you pay me, but they do a lot of things that genuinely do make it like very easy to connect with like artists literally from everywhere. Like if it wasn't for SoundCloud, I would have never met Busy or like pretty much any of these people that I'm talking about. And again, I haven't met all of these people, but like SoundCloud. It's a very magical site. I like that site. But yeah, I think I think a lot of the reason why people get frustrated with the SoundCloud developers is like, or the whatever you want to call it, the team is like, there's a lot of very questionable decisions and everything affects everyone, but sometimes like it does kind of feel like SoundCloud like doesn't really care about us sometimes, which is like a little sad to say, but at the same time like we get to upload shit for free, you know what I mean? But I don't know. Sorry, I have to like think. It's getting kind of dark and cold. Holy shit, I've been live for 20 minutes. Fuck. Okay. I'm sorry. Who are like some other people before I like forget everything? Again, like I don't want to shout out too many people because it's like can be kind of disrespectful. Fuck. Shout out Ivy League. We're not really like friends or anything, but like a lot of the things that I have done and like the things that I like and the sounds that I have made and etc. have kind of come from that area. And in that same vein, like shout out Nova Gang. A lot of that like stuff really shaped me. And that was pretty cool. Like I don't listen to all of you like all the time, but I do like think about like the people a lot. I think about like how even though all of us kind of like brush shoulders on occasion and like while that doesn't really mean anything, it's also like kind of cool. It's like we all in a sense like change the atmosphere of the music, you know, like no matter like who is who. I'm trying to think of anyone else. Wait, let me just open my SoundCloud. People who I follow on SoundCloud generally like are people that have inspired me. Like, I'm sorry if I forgot you, but like people are on my SoundCloud or I don't know. Like I try not to follow too many people because it is what it is, but at the same time like we all make each other. So I guess I'll go through it real quick, like just to get off like the really big ones. Shout out Shed Theory. Shout out Shed Theory. Shout out Shed Theory. Shout out SB1 specifically. People don't give this guy enough love. He's awesome. Fucking. Shout out Ego Seed specifically. I don't like listen to a lot of Ego Seed, but like Ego Seed has like whenever we're playing internet chess, Ego Seed has made some pretty good points. So like shout out Ego Seed. Swappa. I remember when I was like in a different place in time. Swappa was like I almost don't even know why in some aspect. Like I know it's like it's kind of like a meme that like Swappa, but at the same time like Swappa was like a actually like an introduction into I guess like specifically study group and a China Poet, and shout out China Poet. He's awesome. Yeah, so Swappa, like listening to a lot of his music like definitely shaped me, and it definitely made me like really dip my feet into the water of like ambient music specifically. I don't know, it was just very, very, very different. And go listen to that new Swappa tape. Go listen. Here, let me go back on SoundCloud. Shout out 500 specifically. That guy has put up with like so much of my shit. Like for free. Like a lot of these people are low-key like my therapist. Shout out Zell, shout out Dollmaker. Me and Reclusive aren't like super cool, but I appreciate you. Shout out Reclusive. Who are some other collectives I can think of off the top of my head? Shout out B&O. Y'all are awesome. Shout out Open Mic Night, all the people there. I know, like, we're not really that close, but, like, y'all are doing something kind of interesting. Shout out Cat Account. Shout out Cat Account. Shout out Raptureman. Shout out Margot Froxy. Margot Froxy goes hard as fuck. Shout out Hardo Fallon. Sorry. I didn't mean to seem like I forgot about you. I just, like, sometimes, like, there are people who I don't include because I don't want to get them, like, lit the fuck up from shit. Because I tend to have, that effect on things. Shout out Yandere. People, like, hate on you, and, like, I get it. But it's also, like, yeah, I gotta give you your flowers. You made some music. And, there was that song Breathing with L2 Grace, like that. I don't know where the fuck L2 Grace is, but I don't know. That like vocal was like insane. Shout out Reserve. You have a really pretty voice, and I hope you make it very far. Excuse me. Shout out Anna Lily. You know why, but you rock for real. Who else can I say that I don't want to like glaze too hard? Shout out Shinigami. You've definitely gone through like a lot of shit, and I can respect that. Shout out Guess. Again, we're not like super close, but like go hard, man, go hard. Shout out 990X, actually, specifically. I used like your song in a video, I think, once. People sleep on 990X a lot, honestly. Shout out Nick. This guy's like sick, and it's amazing that like people genuinely like don't pay attention to this guy. This guy's insane. Shout out Lord 2MG for putting up with like all of the fucking shit that comes from me. Seriously, shout out Lord 2MG. And these people, we're not like close, but like I don't want to say like rub shoulders, but like because these people are from like a little bit of a different era, but they literally like they've definitely shaped my perception of fucking like instrumental trap music and all of these things. It's like, and they like do a lot of things for me that honestly like I think is just like kind of crazy. Like even like J-Rob, like when I saw that I was like, wow, like I'm not even gonna lie, like I kind of forgot about you then, but like it's cool that you're still around and you're still kicking and doing shit. That's fire. Yeah, I don't know, like there's a lot of people. Busted. I don't fucking know you, but like I know you're like kind of similar to me, okay? So like here's your crumbs, sorry? Like I know we kind of hate each other, but like here's your fucking crumbs, yeah? Shout out Vanda. I don't know if I would say this is like my day one or anything, but like this guy has like seen me change a lot, and he makes really good music. It's makes some cool ass shit. What else is in my feed? Do I got any other, like, chats to go through? I'll check this, and then I think I'll wrap it up and, like, do something useful. I feel like this is not super useful. Oh, shout out to Retsuki Syslog on IG. This guy's sick. People need to pay attention to this guy. And, like, for real. He's, like, doing something interesting. Shout out Serpentine. Cool ass music. Literally, like, the vibe. Love Perp. Percy. Yeah, Love Perp's really nice, honestly. And Love Perp makes some good ass beats. People sleep on Love Perp. Don't post, like, that shit, though. Like, I see that, and I'm not gonna say it, but, like, come on, like, don't do that. Buster the God. It's nice to see you still remember me. That's crazy. Hi, son. Shout out to you. Oh my god, that's such a fucking banger. Holy shit. Okay. So, like, again, we haven't known each other for a while, but, we come from, like, a very similar scene, which is, like, crazy to me, because that guy has gone, like, so far, like, quite literally geographically, but I remember, like, when I was, like, brand new, he had asked me if I, like, wanted to play piano or something, and I was like, I can't really do that. You'd probably find someone better. Which is, like, it's just so funny to me that I would say that. Considering, like, how much of my music changed into, like, this, like, piano soliloquy type shit. But yeah, shout out to you. You were there for me, like, I don't know if you were, I don't know, I don't want to call you a day one. I feel like that's, like, I don't know. I hate using the term day one. It's kind of, like, lame, but this guy was here for me, like, when I was, like, literally nobody. So shout out to this guy. He makes, like, some good ass, like, guitar music. He's pretty fucking cool. And, like, we weren't really friends, but, like, he is, like, one of the people that, like, kind of got me to start, I guess, like, trusting myself a little bit more and, you know, taking a little bit more risks and, like, growing as an artist. Shout out to Hysun2000 on Insta. Go check his shit out. It's pretty cool. Let me check the chats real quick, because I got a lot of shit, and I'm, like, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff wrong with me. Fire haircut, by the way. Who are, like, some other people I can think of? Shout out Majins, specifically. Majins made an album when I was, like, at my lowest, and that was, like, so fucking cool. I don't know. It literally, it was just, like, one of those things where I was, like, so depressed, and I woke up, and I saw that, and I listened, and I was like, fuck it. Like, I'm gonna, like, just do it. Like, I wanna, sometimes, like, the shit makes me want to give up, just, like, how stupid everything is. But, like, that shit was, like, genuinely inspirational to me. Like, that shit got me out of, like, a really dark place. Like, I appreciate it. Shout out Muchins. Let me check the chat one more time to make sure. I don't know, that shit is funny to me. Let me just scroll through real quick. Shout out Sage. We're not, like, really close anymore, but, you know, shit happens, and that's fine. Shout out Sage. There's some people, like, I don't know specifically, but we tend to brush shoulders a lot. Shout out, Hayes. I know these names, like, I know a lot of these names. Oh, Sochi. Sochi has been, like, really trying to, I don't want to, like, make it sound like they're needy or whatever, but, like, people have been, you know, like, making songs and shit. Shout out Symphony. Shout out Sewer Slide. I used to listen to a fuck ton of that. Shout out Starlit. We kind of, like, have to stay away from each other, but, like, I fuck with you. Let me go through some of this shit. Shout out Liho. Free Liho. please, free him. Free M City, free him. Shout out Dirtbag. This guy's awesome. Let's see if there's anything else. I don't know, I'm just kind of like scrolling. Shout out Emotionals. Who else? So many people that have like influenced the shit out of me. And it's like pretty cool that I'm in a position to where I can actually like give back to these people in some fashion. A lot of Zing producers are very underrated, I think, to be honest with you. Cole, shout out Cole. People sleep on Cole. Shout out MB Other. Shout out Fake Kickin'. Shout out Fake Kickin'. Fake Kickin' puts a lot of my shit. Again, shout out Requiem. Y'all hate me, but that's fine. It's whatever. Shout out Boost. Shout out Bobby Horror. Shout out Move, specifically. I don't know. That name just like pops in my head a lot. Oh, Boost. Yeah, shout out Boost. I don't listen to Goblin, but I see this name around a lot, and I know they're real. Shout out Goblin. Say none. I don't know. Oh yeah, shout out Paxi. Shout out Paxi. We always sleep on Paxi. Everybody sleep on Paxi, but I like Paxi. Paxi makes some good beats. And this is their alt. Go listen to their music, please. It's pretty good. I don't know. Your music's pretty good, and you made some like very interesting stuff that has been like I always think about this one song that I made that I don't even have like access to anymore, really. It's like so old, but like the sample biting, I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of sick. So shout out to you. Shout out Kiriano. Go Kiriano, go. Shit. I think that's kind of it. I don't know. Shout out Mag. Shout out Mag. Shout out Mag. Shout out Umi. Shout out Umuru. Shout out 703. 703 is sick. I love 703. Shout out Floating Points. Floating Points makes some crazy ass music. Me and Isaiah TG aren't really that cool anymore, but Isaiah TG has definitely done his impact on me. Shout out Isaiah TG. Shout out Bod. Bod makes some crazy ass music. He has a vision that like a lot of people don't have. Fucking shout out Fleeka. Fleeka's not on SoundCloud, but Fleeka makes some really good music. And I appreciate like that I can just kind of like, oh yeah, this shit was funny as hell. Shout out Fleeka. I can always just turn to that whenever I'm like just feeling something and just listen to like some nice piano. Shout out Reach Reject LG. Shout out you. Shout out Along the Walls too. Who's some other people? I want to like make sure I get people that like I really like and have influenced me. Shout out Quickly. I really like this song, and I think what you're doing is pretty interesting. Shout out sdkl Tree. I can never pronounce her name, and I'm sorry, but I remember like being in high school listening to music, and I was just like, wow, like I can't believe like someone made this, and like it was very popular, and it's still really popular, but I don't know, it was just one of those people that I really look up to, like one of the SoundCloud OGs. Shout out to you. Shout out Rip Squad. Shout out Instupendo. Shout out DJH. Yeah, shout out DJH. I don't know. I think that's like most of the people I wanted to get. I don't know Ian, but shout out Ian, I guess. Shout out Ian. Yeah. Oh, shout out. I want to give like a big shout out to someone, because like a lot of people like don't really like think about this like very often. I know I'm kind of going on forever and ever, and it kind of sucks, but a lot of people like when they think of me, like I guess like as a person and who shaped me, like they don't ever really think about Quinn. They don't really ever think about Oz Quinn. I can't even remember your old name, to be honest. But I remember what's that song? That one, like I had that shit on like repeat. Like I'm pretty sure I got like ear damage from that song. But yeah, like the antisocial shit, like I always just really vibed with. And I'm not like a super fan anymore, but shout out you specifically. Like some crazy ass shit. And I know we have our differences. Shout out Fyodorian. 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 Shout out Opal. Yeah, I could go on and on about this. And again, I don't mean to be disrespectful. Shout out Ira. Yeah, I owe a lot of things to a lot of different people musically, and I didn't mean to make people feel left out. Shout out Feral Cat. Not my day one exactly, but you really do inspire me a lot. And you kind of push me forward in a lot of ways. Shout out Anna Lily. Please, shout out Anna Lily. Shout out Jack Zebra. Shout out Jack Zebra. Make some cool shit. I think that's all I really want to say. Oh, yeah, I know some of these people. Shout out Zell, other Zell, shout out jd6s, shout out Specular Ops. Shout out Esper. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Oh, Kawa. Yeah, it's Kawa. I forgot. You make some pretty interesting music. I don't listen to you, but you know, like I remember like when I first started, I was like, I want to work with this person, and then I never did. And that's kind of okay. But it's also like you're doing something. You're doing something for sure. Shout out Clinic, shout out FAFN, shout out FM Inertia. I literally wouldn't be here if it wasn't for those people. Shout out Kezia. I haven't seen Kezia around in a minute, but shout out Kezia. Let's see. I literally feel like so stupid, like it's just sitting in the fucking forest, like scrolling SoundCloud, but I mean, like that's low-key how it is. That's how it is. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of us tend to intersect in ways that don't really make sense, and that's cool. Like I fuck with that. Cool sight. And thank you for updating the font, I guess. That makes me... Oh, you broke it again. God. You broke it again? No, you didn't. Yeah, you did. Okay, whatever. Y'all ban Fizzy, okay? Don't ban Fizzy. That wasn't cool. Oh, it's like a Band-Aid. Ah, I see. Clever. So clever. Yeah. I don't know. These are the people that make me. Thank you for being around and putting up with me. Slump Audios is always on something. Shout out Bullymon. Bullymon probably gets so much shit. Shout out Yusuke. It's like, Myron. Shout out Myron. crazy. Oh, I get it. Artist first. That's so clever. I fucking hate y'all. No, like, don't do that. Like, it's okay, relax. Like, just make it work. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just, the site is perfectly imperfect. Just like I get what you're saying. Like, okay, like, yeah, put artist first, like, put it all over everything else. It's like, yeah, I get the frustration, like, on your end in some case, but it's also like, people, we like eat off like stuff like this. Like, I hope you realize that. Yeah. Thank you, SoundCloud, for giving me a lot of things in my life. I really appreciate it. Go read about benzodiazepines and why they are very, very evil drugs. That shit is wild. Shit is wild. Yeah, thanks. I love y'all. Have a good night.